Hey, hope everyone had a good weekend and I hope your week started off well. While the assignment asked for something that resonated with us, and then the second part of the assignment was to share a muddy area. I'll speak about both, but I'll start with what was muddy for me and just kind of hard for me to wrap my mind around, all in an effort to end on a high note. So I was extremely astonished to read all of these statistics that I read in these three chapters. Just learning how our crime rates are actually lower than, for example, Australia, yet our incarceration rates are so high. It began to just kind of weigh heavy on me, and a lot of questions just popped up. In an effort to be transparent with you guys, there were moments where I had to pause and just pray because I felt a bit discouraged. I almost felt as if the system almost seemed designed for certain individuals to fail. But I'm being very intentional about not being that person that reads a few statistics or hears a few stories on the news or in current events and then just has an entire view of the system that's negative or walks around with a chip on her shoulder. But the numbers are indeed staggering. For example, just knowing that, and I'm looking to the side here because I took some notes, but knowing that more than 2 out of every 5 Americans are under some form of correctional supervision, and most of them live amongst our community, that is an extremely high number. But this is what kind of shifted my emotions, and I'm glad that the reading was in this order. When I was coming to the end and just culminating my reading in chapter 12, I was able to see how in the last 30 to 40 years, policies regarding the rights of juveniles have changed drastically. There seems to be a trend of just proactive measures being taken. I think there is such a better understanding due to research, due to experiments, due to just different even cases that have gone through the Supreme Court that have deemed juveniles not fully capable of making certain decisions. And just seeing how policies have changed in their favor is extremely encouraging, and it also lets us know that in a decade or two, these juveniles who will be then adults won't have to most likely contribute to the number of people that are incarcerated. Seeing how funds are being distributed amongst the community into programs, some that I've actually worked for that are very, very proactive, that rally around kids in our communities, helping them find jobs, helping them just goal set and pointing out what drives them and rallying around them and mentoring them. I think a lot of our youth lack is drive, and many lack poor examples. So I'm just excited to see the diversity that's in the system, the positive role models that are in the system, and how policies every decade are changing in favor of juveniles. I'm not a fan or an advocate of letting people just slide. We have to be accountable for our actions. It's biblical. But I do believe that loving them into their success and teaching them accountability, teaching them a new normal is what will yield success. So while the numbers of incarceration are staggering, the amount of effort and energy that are going into new programs for juveniles is also just as mind-blowing. So that really encouraged me. I hope everyone, again, is doing well and can't wait to have some further discussion about this. God bless you guys.